Live, you're watching KOIN 6 News at Noon. Watching out for you.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Jenny Hansen.
And I'm Ken Boddy. Welcome to KOIN 6 News at Noon, live from our brand new studio in downtown Portland. We've got a lot of new ways to show you what's going on around the Northwest, around the nation, and around the world.
We are very excited to show it all to you and to keep bringing you the news that you can count on. Now, at the end of our newscast, we'll show you more of what we have, and of course, stick with us in the coming weeks to see more. It is a gorgeous set that we have been preparing for quite some time. All right, but first we do have a lot of news to get to. We want to start with some breaking news from Hood River, where a plane has crashed at the airport there. 2
people were trapped inside. Rescue teams are on scene right now working to get them out. No word on their condition right now. The plane crashed just after 10 o'clock this morning. The Hood River Air Show is scheduled this weekend at the airport. We do have a crew on the way to find out more. We'll let you know when we know more, and you can always go to KOIN.com for the latest. An investigation is underway now in Vancouver. 2 people were found dead inside a home on Mount Olympus Avenue, just off Lisa Road. Lisa Bailey is there live with what she's found out. Lisa?
Yeah, Ken, I'm in the Vancouver Heights neighborhood where a man and a woman were found dead inside that home behind me late last night. Now, the street that we're on is Mount Olympus Avenue. Police first responded to a call about 2 people injured inside the home. Police say when they arrived, they found a man and a woman dead inside. Now, this could perhaps be a murder-suicide. Police have said they do not believe there is any threat to the public. Now, so far, we have not been able to get any more information from neighbors in this quiet residential area. Vancouver police say the medical examiner will learn the cause of the deaths, but at this hour, police are not releasing the names of the victims. Live in Vancouver, Lisa Bailey, KOIN 6 News.
Lisa, and of course we'll have more on this on KOIN 6 News at 4.
Well, police in Vancouver are trying to find the driver who hit and killed a woman in a parking lot. That woman was found last night in a parking lot on Southeast Chocolove Drive. That's off Mill Plain and I-205. Her name has not been released. Police are looking for a dark-colored truck with silver wheels and a black canopy. It may have some white writing on the passenger side, and it should have damage to the front. Well, Beaverton police are looking for a shooter after someone rattled a motorhome with bullets, killing a dog and nearly hitting people living inside.
This happened just north of Highland Forest Park. Elise Haas is on scene to tell us what happened.
Beaverton police have blocked off this property since the early hours this morning, and they're investigating after somebody shot several rounds of bullets through this motorhome with people inside.
A family is shaken after someone shot multiple rounds of bullets through their motorhome at 5 Friday morning. The gunfire killed their dog and almost hit them. Beaverton police are calling this shooting unusual.
This neighborhood's a quiet neighborhood. We don't have a lot of calls for service, generally speaking, in that area.
Neighbors say the motorhome is typically parked outside this property on Southwest 139th and Hargis Road, and that these folks have been fixing up the house after the previous homeowner passed away. Beaverton police tell us at least one person and the Labrador were inside the motorhome during the shooting. Police are looking for leads so they can find the shooter.
We don't know at this point whether they were on foot or in a car. We're seeking the public's assistance with those leads, especially residents who live in the area.
Detectives combing the scene for hours, gathering evidence and interviews.
Find out what connections, if any, there are, and why someone would do that.
The investigation continues.
And I can't stress enough that Beaverton police really want anyone with information to reach out to them about this case. If you have video surveillance or you heard anything, saw anything in the early hours this morning, to give them a call on their non-emergency line. We have that number for you at KOIN.com. Reporting in Beaverton, Elise Haas, KOIN 6 News.
Well, Hurricane Dorian has come ashore on the southern tip of North Carolina's Outer Banks. Now, the storm pounded the region with top sustained winds of 90 miles an hour and sheets of rain. Katherine Johnson is in North Carolina with the latest.
Dorian took its last shot at the U.S., battering North Carolina's Outer Banks as a Category 1 storm.
This latest development shows that we cannot yet let our guard down.
There's concern about hundreds of people who chose to not evacuate and may be trapped on Ocracoke Island.
There are rescue teams ready as soon as they can get in.
Emergency officials here in North Carolina warn the biggest issue is going to be flash flooding. Storm surges are expected up to 7 feet. The storm's violent winds were on display at this light station off the coast of North Carolina. From space, Dorian still seems menacing. More than 350,000 homes and businesses have lost power. Dorian sideswiped the southeast coast, spawning at least 24 tornadoes. This waterspout became a tornado that tore through an RV park.
2 minutes down from my house, there was 2 tornadoes that had touched down. And I've never been in one. I don't want to be in one.
Dorian also caused widespread flooding in coastal communities around Charleston and Wilmington.
When you've been displaced during a storm like this 2 years in a row, it's tough. It's tough on the family.
Dorian is expected to continue skirting the eastern seaboard throughout the weekend. Storm surge, hurricane, and tropical storm warnings and watches have been issued as far north as Canada. On the Jersey Shore, hurricane flags are up and the beaches are deserted. Katherine Johnson, CBS News, Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina.
And of course, our own meteorologist Kelly Bayern has been following Hurricane Dorian. So what's the update?
The update, still a Category 1 hurricane at this point in time, and we are continuing to watch this track. It does look like it will start to work offshore, but those impacts will still hit the eastern seaboard well into the weekend. So here's a look at that track again, still expected to stay as a hurricane or a Category 1 hurricane as we work our way into the weekend here. And all across the coast, we'll see tropical storm force impacts, even some areas seeing hurricane force winds still as we go into tonight. So something that we will continue to watch over the weekend as well. In our area, we are seeing some thunderstorms out towards eastern Oregon there near Baker City and along I-84. So again, folks heading out that way or nearby, take cover and drive safely in those heavier downpours. We are seeing calm conditions now in Portland. Outside, partly sunny, 73 degrees, even a bit muggy out there from that moisture we saw yesterday. Here's our day planner going into today. We are expecting to break out into more sun and maybe a bit muggy out there today, and highs still warm in the low 80s. So enjoy this Friday afternoon. We are expecting much cooler, more autumn-like weather into our weekend. I'll have your full forecast in a few moments. Back to you guys.
All right. Thank you, Kelly. A 77-year-old woman has been arrested 8 months after police say she hit 2 people with her car, killing one of them. Hillsborough police say Patricia Clayton drove away after hitting Marjorie Averill and Timothy Mahan back in January. This happened at Northeast 17th and Cornell. Averill was killed. No word from police on how they tracked down Clayton after 8 months.
Seaside police are trying to figure out how a bomb ended up on the beach. Someone found a plastic tube filled with a black powder substitute yesterday. Police say it was a viable explosive device. The fuse burned out before the powder was ignited. A bomb squad was called in to destroy it. No one was hurt.
You're watching KOIN 6 News, and coming up, a new clue in the search for whoever started a huge fire last week in Northeast Portland, who investigators are now looking for.
And the latest on relief efforts in the Bahamas after Hurricane Dorian devastated the islands. What people living there say they need now. Portland police are looking for a man who may know something about last week's huge fire on Northeast Siskiyou Street. They're looking for a man who was riding a uniquely colored bicycle. It appears to have a black and red frame. They think he may know something about the fire that started in a field and burned several homes and businesses last week. Investigators say the fire was set intentionally.
We have some new information now about a fire in an apartment building in North Portland. We've learned a woman rescued from that building has died. Her name has not been released yet. She was burned in the fire at North Albina and failing on Sunday. Firefighters have not said whether they think it was set intentionally, but arson investigators are looking into it. We have some new details about a driver's ed instructor and a Mormon church leader accused of sexually abusing his students.
We found out that Paul Burdick was accused of similar crimes in 2016, but prosecutors dropped the charges and he was allowed to keep teaching. Deputies say he groped female students and made them do jumping jacks while he took video. They say he has more than 20 victims dating back several years. Burdick is also a bishop at the Hillsborough Ward of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Deputies say no accusations have come from church members so far. You're watching KOIN 6 News, and next, a big surprise for some elementary school kids in Beaverton this morning.
Yeah, why a world-renowned bicyclist wanted to host a huge bike giveaway. Welcome back. It's like Christmas time in September for more than 70 kids at Beaverton's Reedville Elementary School. Kids got free bikes this morning. As Cor Harlan shows us, it was thanks to the generous work of a national nonprofit and a group of volunteers.
Dozens of volunteers came together Thursday night at the Craft Poorhouse in Beaverton to assemble around 70 bicycles being given to kids who might not otherwise be able to afford them. Jeff Lanoski, a legendary, world-renowned mountain bike rider, says it's a rush to be able to share his love of bikes with kids.
Being able to go into a school and give somebody their first bike where they might not be able to afford it and give them the opportunity to fall in love with bike riding the way I did is something I feel super passionate about.
Jeff, Friday morning, did some tricks before the assembled first and second graders at Reedville Elementary School. Then the big surprise. All 75 kids in the assembly got free bicycles and helmets. The same ones that Jeff and the other volunteers assembled Thursday night. The bike giveaway brought to the kids by Candide, a national organization focused on giving kids tools for outdoor health and wellness. They've given away more than 3,000 bikes nationwide so far. And for the people who do this, it's about more than just giving bikes away.
Even better when you have the one-on-one time with the kids, when you're fitting their helmets and fitting them to their bikes. A lot of them will say, I've never had a bike before, or I've always wanted a bike, or this is my first bike. So the one-on-one is even more exciting than the big reveal.
I'm so happy that organization contacted us, and just looking at the smiles of our students, as you see, and now they have another vehicle to be outdoors.
I'm gonna lower your seat.
Kids are a little bashful, but for some of them this coming weekend will be an exciting celebration with a new bike that could turn kids away from the devices they're so accustomed to using inside and toward the fun of riding and going places on brand new bicycles.
Can I ride it?
In Washington County, Cor Harlan, KOIN 6 News.
Well, the officials in the Bahamas expect the death toll to rise significantly from Hurricane Dorian. The storm is blamed for at least 30 deaths so far. Thousands of people are reported missing. Aid workers are starting to arrive on the islands. A cruise ship docked this morning carrying 10,000 meals, water, and generators. Coast Guard workers have spent days rescuing people who need help.
We need ice,
no power. We need generator and stuff to run the power.
We need generators, so we get some generators for people.
Help. We just need a lot of help.
Humanitarian relief after the most damaging storm ever to hit the island nation.
Yeah, it seems like we're just going to keep hearing about it getting worse.
Yeah, through the weekend we'll still see some impacts. Some tropical storm, hurricane force winds out across the eastern seaboard. So even up through New York, we'll even see some impacts up there too in areas of the northeast. So something that we'll be watching as we go into the weekend. But for us, we'll also be watching out for thunderstorms today and again into our afternoon tomorrow. Right now, not a bad view outside. We're seeing mostly cloudy skies, some sun breaks. Doesn't look too bad out there. Temperatures are in the low 70s at this point in time. It does feel a bit muggy outside. I was walking around 10 in the morning and already sweating. It is a bit muggy, so keep in mind that we'll likely keep those conditions for the rest of the afternoon, and our highs today bumping up likely around the low 80s. So here's a look outside around the region. We are mainly in the low 70s now. Out towards the coast, a bit cloudy there too. Some sun breaks around out in eastern and central Oregon. We are seeing some active weather at this point in time. Take a look, a nice cluster of thunderstorms working towards I-84 right towards Baker City, and likely just grazing past Pendleton as we head towards the afternoon. So again, the system that brought this energy and moisture is working out the door. So likely by tonight, we'll finish this round of thunderstorms. However, going into tomorrow, we'll still see some more active weather, and we'll see another round of thunderstorms going into Saturday too for the entire state here. So we'll be tracking that tomorrow. However, here's still that thunderstorm potential. That'll be out towards northeastern Oregon and then down the eastern sides of the state, mainly for today. And then tomorrow, again, a chance for some more active weather. So here's a look at our weather pattern. We start to see a big change here. This big upper level trough works in. That's going to keep us cooler and allow for more systems to work into the region. So those cooler temperatures likely dropping our daytime highs into the 70s this weekend. You may want to bring some sweaters with you. We'll see very sweater weather as we head towards the weekend here. And we'll also see a chance for showers almost every single day, starting with tomorrow through about Tuesday. So some wet, very fall-like weather ahead for us. That's why I'm calling this an autumn preview as we head towards our weekend. And again, this trough does stay even well into the middle of next week too. So likely a cooler trend for us as we head into next week. But here's our rain and cloud forecast. Again, this model does keep it pretty active today through the afternoon out in northeastern Oregon. Things do calm down, but as we head towards tomorrow morning, we do start to see more cloud coverage. We'll keep it a mostly cloudy weekend with scattered showers in and out as we head towards the afternoon tomorrow. Also, a slight chance that we do also see some thunderstorms there too. So here's the weekend forecast. Cooling off, temperatures in the low 70s. And again, we'll see a chance for thunderstorms out towards the coast today, 60s, and in Portland, 81 degrees today. Out in central and eastern Oregon, we'll see the 80s. Still a bit active out there in the gorge, a bit breezy. Temperatures in the 80s as well. Here's that 7-day forecast. Again, we'll keep a chance for showers all weekend long with much cooler temperatures.
So it doesn't look like it will be a bad weekend. We'll get through it.
Yeah, you know, I guess if you want to go hiking, bring some rain gear. Also watch out for some active weather. But yeah, overall, just much cooler, more cozy weather, you could say.
I'm excited to switch up the wardrobe.
Yeah, I think so. This may be
the
weekend that we do that.
All right.
All right, we'll be right back.
We are returning to some breaking news from Hood River, where 2 people have died in a plane crash at the airport. Now here's a live look at that scene. The FAA is on the scene investigating, and the Hood River Air Show was set to start tomorrow. We will have more throughout the day on air and on KOIN.com.
We'll have the latest on Hurricane Dorian as it continues to hammer parts of the East Coast.
And how Instagram is changing the way pizza is made.
Plus, why this group of black female journalists got together, including our own Valina Jones, to send a message about how they wear their hair. That's today at 4.
All right, well, of course, it's been a big day for us on the noon show. We have a new studio, if you
Yeah,
haven't noticed.
it's nice.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It feels really comfortable in here. And before we leave you, we want to show you more of it and what went into building it. Check it out.
fancy.
Yeah, it really is.
Cool to see on the time lapse too.
Yeah.
And it looks good on camera. It looks even better while you're sitting here working in this studio.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Definitely.
Yeah, and a beautiful day outside as well to match.
It
right?
is, yeah. It's pretty quiet out there now. We did see an active morning out in eastern Oregon. There are some thunderstorms right now that should taper off, but low 80s today, 70s, and sweater weather this weekend.
Okay, feeling very cozy here.
That's right.
So, yeah.
Next newscast at 4 o'clock.
Bye.